The rain poured relentlessly, drenching the city in a cold, gray haze. Emma hurried through the dimly lit streets, her threadbare coat barely shielding her from the biting wind. Her stomach growled loudly, a constant reminder of the hunger that had become her closest companion. She paused outside a small, upscale cafe, her eyes lingering on the warm glow of the lights inside. Through the fogged-up window, she could see plates of half-eaten pastries and untouched sandwiches being cleared away. Her heart ached with longing. She hesitated for a moment, then stepped inside, her voice trembling as she approached the counter. "Excuse me," she whispered, her eyes downcast. "Do you have any leftover food? Anything at all?" The cafe staff exchanged glances, their expressions a mix of pity and discomfort. Before they could respond, a deep voice cut through the air. "Give her whatever she wants." Emma turned, startled, to see a tall, impeccably dressed man standing nearby. His sharp features and commanding presence immediately identified him as someone important. His piercing blue eyes studied her with an intensity that made her shrink back. It was Daniel Carter, the CEO of Carter Enterprises, one of the most powerful men in the city. He had been sitting in the corner, unnoticed, until now. I don't want to trouble anyone," Emma stammered, her cheeks burning with shame. I just need something to eat." Daniel's expression softened, though his gaze remained steady. "It's no trouble," he said firmly. He gestured to the staff, who quickly packed a bag of food and handed it to Emma. She clutched it tightly, her eyes filling with tears. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice barely audible. She turned to leave, but Daniel's voice stopped her. "Wait." He hesitated, as if unsure of his own actions. "Let me walk you home. It's not safe out there." Emma shook her head vigorously. No, I'll be fine." "Really?" But Daniel was already grabbing his coat and following her out into the rain. They walked in silence, the only sound the rhythmic patter of raindrops against the pavement. Emma kept her head down, her heart racing. She couldn't understand why someone like him would care about someone like her. As they turned into a narrow alley, the scene before them took Daniel's breath away. A makeshift shelter of cardboard and tarp leaned against a crumbling brick wall. Beneath it, a group of children huddled together, their faces pale and gaunt. They looked up as Emma approached, their eyes lighting up with hope. "Emma! You're back," one of the children cried, rushing to her side. Daniel stood frozen, his mind struggling to process what he was seeing. Emma knelt down, handing out the food from the cafe. The children devoured it eagerly, their laughter filling the air. She turned to Daniel, her eyes filled with a mixture of defiance and vulnerability. "These are my siblings," she said quietly. "Our parents died 2 years ago. I've been trying to take care of them, but it's hard." Daniel's chest tightened. He had grown up in privilege, never wanting for anything. He had built an empire, but in that moment, he realized how little he truly understood about the world. The weight of Emma's burden, her selflessness, and her resilience struck him like a thunderbolt. "Why didn't you ask for help?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Emma shook her head. "No one cares about people like us. We're invisible." Her words cut deep. Daniel had spent his life chasing success, but now he saw the emptiness of it all. He knelt down, meeting her gaze. "Let me help you. Please." Over the next few weeks, Daniel became a constant presence in Emma's life. He found her family a safe place to live, enrolled the children in school, and helped Emma secure a job at his company. But more than that, he became a friend, someone she could rely on. For Daniel, it was a journey of redemption. He began to use his wealth and influence to make a difference, starting programs to help the homeless and underprivileged. The challenges were immense. Emma struggled to trust, her past wounds still raw. Daniel faced criticism from his peers, who couldn't understand why he was investing so much in charity cases. But together, they persevered. Emma's strength inspired Daniel to be better, and his kindness gave her hope for a brighter future. One evening, as they stood on the rooftop of his office building, overlooking the city, Emma turned to him with a smile. "You've changed my life," she said softly. "I don't know how to thank you." Daniel shook his head. "No, Emma. You've changed mine. You showed me what truly matters." The story of Emma and Daniel spread, becoming a beacon of hope in a world often overshadowed by darkness. It reminded people that even the smallest act of kindness could change lives, and that no one was truly invisible. In the end, it wasn't about wealth or power, but about the connections we make and the love we share. And as the city lights twinkled below, Emma and Daniel knew they had found something far more valuable than anything money could buy, a second chance at life, and a bond that would last a lifetime.